Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I'm going to wait until y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. And as you come on in the room, man, hit the like button. Hit it. It's just a quick little second. Just hit the like button as you come on in the room. Okay? This is going to be a topic. This live is is going to be a topic on sex education. I I don't know what to call it. I'm not sure what I'm calling it. I'm not an expert on sex, but a sister asked me to talk about yeast infection. A couple of brothers asked me about athlete foot, and a couple of other people asked me about some other stuff. So, the intention for this live stream this morning was to have a little bit of discussion about yeast infection and, candida, athlete foot. And this has turned into a whole nother show. So I don't know where this is going to take us this morning, but we'll see. Okay. I'm not an expert on this topic here. I'm just going to share the knowledge that I have with you guys. Okay. I have a sister in the group who asked me to touch on the topic of bacterial vaginosis. She is a medical professional. She worked in the hospital, and she said she see a lot of cases in her daily routine in the hospital, working in the hospital. So she want me to touch on that as well. So we're going to talk about some stuff. Good morning. If you're in the room, just say good morning, man. Say good morning if you're in the room. Let me share the link. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. If you're come on in here, if you're up in here, say good morning. Hit the like button. All right? Hit the like button if you're up in here. Good morning, Sister Lexi. Hey, girl. How are you? And share the link. If you just never know sometimes who's going through a lot of these things that we are discussing. You just never know who's going through some of these things, and somebody might need this information. There's a lot of women suffering from yeast infection. There's a lot of brothers out there who's suffering from athlete foot, and it might not seem like a big deal, but my brother had athlete foot, and it was annoying to him for a long time. Good morning, Elsie Franklin. Good morning, Everton. Okay, am I reading that name right? Am I reading that name right? Am I reading that name right? Is that the same Everton Allen that I know? Boy. Okay, we not gonna say nothing else this morning. We're not gonna say nothing else this morning. Am I seeing that right? Okay, let me not say nothing. Good morning, though. Good morning. Nice seeing you, Mr. Allen. Let me share this link, y'all. Let me share this link. We're gonna get into some stuff. If you have any children in the room, you might want to. This might get a little personal. Okay, this is an adult conversation this morning. Talking about the male and female anatomy. Okay. And so people have questions, and I'm going to try my best to answer some of them this morning. All right. Good morning, Sister Menya. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Sorry guys, I'm just sharing the link here. Just sharing the link. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go down the list of questions that people ask me. I'm not going to stay too long on here, but so a couple of questions that people are have a couple of topics that people have questions about. Urinary I'm sorry, yeast infection is one of them. Okay. Hold on a second, guy. Let me just turn my phone down, please. Okay, there you go. Let me turn that down. So yeast infection is one of them. Urinary tract infection is another. Athlete foot, dandruff, trichomoniasis. I'm gonna explain to y'all what that is in a minute. If you work in a medical field, you might know what that is. If you don't, I'm about to explain it to you in a minute. Okay. Trichomoniasis, bacterial vaginosis. All right. So I'm going to go down the list one by one. All right. Starting with yeast infection. So a sister had asked me questions about yeast infection because she said someone else had questions about it. I guess that person is not on Facebook, and so she wanted to ask how to treat it naturally. Okay. So let me say this, and I know I have done quite a few videos on this particular topic: yeast infection, urinary tract infection, athlete foot, dandruff, and so on and so forth. Yeast infection is a parasite. Okay, it's the overgrowth of yeast bacteria in the system, and if you have dandruff, that's also a yeast infection. That's also yeast on the scalp. Okay, if you have athlete foot, that's also an overgrowth of bacterial yeast on the foot. And a lot of brothers, they change the socks, they change the shoes, they put the cream that the doctor give them on the foot and all that stuff. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work because you have an overgrowth of parasite on your foot or your feet. And it's not going to go away just by changing your socks and whatever, because you have parasites on the feet. Okay. I can say this to you. My brother did the parasite cleanse. He suffered with what do you call it? Athlete foot for quite a while. He suffered with it, and he did the parasite cleanse and got rid of it. Okay. Now, maybe one of these days I can get him on here and he can explain to you guys how he got rid of it. I just know that he did the parasite cleanse. Was it last year when we did the first parasite cleanse? He did it. Called me and cursed me out every day because it was very difficult, but he did it and he got rid of it. Athlete foot. Okay. So maybe one of these days, if I can get him on here, because he don't like the camera, but if I can convince him to come on here and talk to you brothers how he got rid of it, athlete foot. He did the cleanse and he got rid of it. Yeast infection, urinary tract infection, dandruff, athlete foot. They're all parasite. They're all parasite on the scalp, inside the body. Yeast infection is a buildup of yeast in the body. Yeast is parasite. Okay. And you need to do a parasite cleanse to get rid of these things. Plain and simple. Parasite cleanse to get rid of these things. Now, I wasn't really going to talk about the parasite cleanse, but since I'm telling you guys how, what you need to do to get rid of it, I guess we need to get into the parasite cleanse. So on the 6th of next month, so that'll be 6th of March, right? On the 6th of March, I am implementing a parasite cleanse. Okay, for those of you who are in our group on Facebook, you've seen me posting about it. It will begin on the 6th, and I have done this cleanse 3 times already. This is going to be my 4th time doing the cleanse. I'm beginning the cleanse in the springtime, at the beginning of our next season, right? Springtime begins around March, April, sometime around there. So y'all know me. I do a cleanse at the beginning of each season. Okay. So that is going to be our next cleanse. If you are interested, you can join us. Now, let me just say this. The parasite cleanse is one of the most difficult cleanse. It's one of the most difficult cleanse to do. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's not easy for a lot of people. Now, with me, I'm used to doing cleanse. I'm used to taking bitter herbs. Some of you guys don't even know what bitter herb is if you haven't done this cleanse before. The herbs are extremely bitter because parasites thrive in a sugary environment. Yeast, if you have yeast infection, right? If you have yeast in the system, yeast will thrive in a sugary environment. I make wine, right? If for those of you who make wine, you know that you need the yeast and the sugar together in order for the wine to ferment, right? I don't know how many of you in here make wine. So yeast feeds off of sugar. So if you are suffering from yeast infection, athlete foot, dandruff, urinary tract infection, right? And you are consuming any form of sugar, whether it's bread, cookies, pasta, any type of processed food, because all those processed food converts into sugar when it goes in the body. The body converts it into sugar, okay? If you're eating fruits, because fruits has a lot of sugar, all right? So if you're suffering from any of those things, yeast infection, dandruff, urinary tract, any of those things, and you continue to consume sugar, you are only feeding the yeast, and it's only going to turn into more yeast and spread, and you never get rid of your, you go to the doctor and they might give you some pills and some cream, and you might feel better for a while, but it's going to come back eventually because you haven't really cleaned up the gut. Okay, if you were suffering from yeast infection, you have a lot of yeast in the body and you need to clean it up, which means you're going to have to eliminate the crap that you're eating, right? And take some bitter herbs, man. Flush the system and go on a protocol, a parasite protocol, because yeast is parasites in the system. Yes, it is. I know a lot of you guys were confused about that, but yeast is parasite in the system, whether it's on your feet in the form of an athlete foot, whether it's on the scalp in the form of dandruff. That's why your head and shoulders don't work. You go in the shower and you keep using this head and shoulder every day if you have dandruff, and it might, you'll get a little relief every now and then, but it comes right back. It comes right back because you're not really fixing the problem. You're just putting a Band-Aid on the problem, because these things has to be fixed on the inside. Okay, it's not an outside problem. It's manifesting itself on the outside, but you got to clean it up from the inside. Okay, there you go. All right. So if you were suffering from yeast infection, urinary tract infection, dandruff, athlete foot, you need to do a parasite cleanse. Okay. And we will be doing the parasite cleanse, as I mentioned, on the 6th of March. Maccabees TV said the parasite cleanse is tough, but he's gonna try it too. Hey, honey, you better try it this time, hon. Okay. Better try it this time. I know, my husband is always busy and he doesn't always have time to do a lot of this stuff. He's a hardworking man, So, okay. The parasite cleanse. This is one half of it, okay? For those of you guys who have done the cleanse before, this is what it looks like. You know what it is, right? This is it right here. Parasite Candida cleanse. Okay, and I'm going to take you guys to the website where the entire instruction for this cleanse is there. The entire protocol is there from day one all the way to the end. Okay, in case you guys ask me, where do we find this cleanse? How do we do it? I'm going to show you guys where you can go and find it in a minute. Okay, I'll get back to that. Okay, I have two other things that I need to discuss. One of them that some of you guys may not have heard of, and some of you guys might be suffering from. I don't know. Okay, but this is a very common parasite among our people. And I've gotten plenty of messages asking how to fix it. Okay, trichomoniasis. Trichomoniasis. Some people call it trick. Okay, trichomoniasis is a sexually transmitted parasite that is passed from one person to another during sexual intercourse. Okay, it is a parasite. Now, I'm going to show you guys something in a minute. Let me share my screen. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay. Where is it? I don't know what happened to it. Where did it go? Where did it go? I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to share my screen here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. All right. Can you guys see that? Let me make it bigger. This here is a parasite. That is trichomoniasis. Can you guys see it? I don't know if you can see it. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there you go. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you did see that. All right. That there is trying to get back to my screen. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Sheesh. All right. So that parasite you just saw is called trichomoniasis, and that is a sexually. Let me just you can go to the CDC website, the Center for Disease Control website, and you will see that there, okay? Because they've seen many cases of this. So let me just read a little bit from the CDC to you guys so you can understand what I'm saying. Trichomoniasis, aka trick, is a sexually transmitted parasite called protozoan, okay? According to the Center for Disease Control, trick is very common. Very common. It's a very common sexually transmitted parasite. The parasite is passed from one person to the other during sexual intercourse via oral sex, anal sex, or vaginal sex. Okay? Brothers, it doesn't matter how pretty she is. Okay? A lot of y'all see the pretty girls and you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how pretty she is. Okay? Sisters, it doesn't matter how hot he is. It doesn't matter how much muscles he got. Okay? It doesn't matter how cute he is. Okay? A lot of people are walking around with these parasites, man. All this sleeping around, all this just running around, laying up with everybody. That's why I don't have, certain conversations. All this laying around and running around, laying around with everybody, it's not good, man. Protect your health. Protect your health. There are parasites that can be passed on during sexual intercourse. Okay? Yes. Yes. All right. Just a little information that I'm passing on to you guys. This is real. This is not something that I'm making up. Okay? So if the woman has the parasite inside of her, right? During intercourse, the parasite can enter the man's penis, and now he has it, okay? And vice versa. If the man has the parasite in his penis, as soon as he enters the woman, that parasite can now go into the woman, okay? Now she has it, okay? And if she becomes pregnant, that's a problem during pregnancy, and it's a problem for the baby, okay? Babies can be born with complications and so on and so forth. Okay. So this is just a little bit of warning for you guys. Just, check yourself out, man. Check yourself out. That's why these cleanses are so important. And a lot of these things have to do with poor hygiene too, man. Poor hygiene. Very poor hygiene, and just people just not clean and just running around, just running amok and just doing all type of nonsense. Anyway, the other one, and so this sister wanted me to touch on bacterial vaginosis. Okay, she said she worked in the, she's a medical professional and she works in a hospital, and she see a lot of cases of this bacterial vaginosis. And bacterial vaginosis is the overgrowth of bacteria in the vagina, right? And how does that happen? How does that happen? Personally, it's just people just being nasty sometimes. I'm keeping it real. Just people being nasty sometimes. It can happen if you douche. Okay, douching is not good, sisters. Okay, it's not good. You're not supposed to insert anything up in there and be douching. It's not good because you're disrupting the natural pH balance in the vagina. You're not supposed to be douching. Okay, if you want to clean out the vagina, you start from the inside. Okay, you start from the inside by cleansing the system, doing detox, taking herbs that is going to slowly detox the system and get rid of things slowly from the body. Okay, not to shove something up there and disrupt and make things worse. Okay, so if you're douching, stop. All right, just stop. Let me say this, brothers, if you're in here and you're listening, brothers, let me say this, brothers. The brother says, what kind of class is this? Listen, brother Hostile. When I begin this live a few minutes ago, I specifically say, get the kids out the room. This is going to be about a little sexual education. Okay, I said that. All right, these are questions. We're all adults here. We're all adults. See, that's a problem. White folks and the other nation, they talk about these things because these are serious issues that are affecting people, right? And they don't have a problem discussing it. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. You see, you can't fix what you don't acknowledge. So in order for us to fix ourselves, we're going to have to acknowledge some really messed up stuff here. Okay, I mean, I know you're probably joking, brothers, but let's keep it real here. This is a sex education class this morning we're having. Okay, if that's what you want to call it. All right, we're talking about the body part, certain body parts that certain people don't want to talk about. We're talking about things that are affecting our people, and a lot of sisters and brothers are afraid to ask questions because these things are embarrassing. But sadly, it's not good to suffer in silence, man. If you have any of those problems that I mentioned earlier, we got to talk about it because our people are suffering from these things. Okay, I get the emails, I get the messages, I get the phone call, so I know our people are suffering from these things. I know people who work in the hospital. I used to work in the hospital. I work in the hospital for years. I work in emergency room for years. So these are real issues that are affecting our people. So, anyway, so yeah, we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. Now, this might get a little bit of, a little bit uncomfortable. So we're going to talk about bacterial vaginosis, okay? That is a bacterial infection, right? And a lot of it has to do with poor hygiene. Poor hygiene. All right. Let me just give you all a scenario here, okay? Sisters, if your husband come home from work, from a hard day at work, right? He miss you, you know what I mean? Y'all, get a little lovey-dovey, right? The man walks home, he walks in the house and, you want to get a little love, lovey-dovey, right? Make sure the man washes his hands, okay? Because he's been out and about, right? Touching stuff, eating stuff, scratching and, whatever, right? Brothers, please just pay attention here, because this has to do with a lot of, what's going on with the sisters and their private part here. If you're you want to get intimate with your wife, you do things, foreplay, right? That's what it's called, foreplay. You're using the finger to, do a little foreplay down there. If your hands are dirty, now, I'm keeping it real now. I'm trying to be as discreet as I possibly can. But this is real issue here, okay? A woman's vagina is very delicate, all right? And anything you are inserting up there is going to cause problem for her, okay? So if you are doing a little foreplay, right, and your hands are dirty and you're inserting your finger up there, and you have filth inside your fingernail, you have filth on your fingers, you just ate something, you didn't wash your hands, you have food particles, or you're scratching your skin, you're scratching your hair, you're scratching or whatever, and you just come from outside, you've been driving, you know what I mean, your hands have dirt, your hands are dirty. You want to get lovey-dovey with the wife, go clean your hands first, man. Go in the bathroom, use some antibacterial soap, lots of water, make sure your hands are cleansed, make sure your fingernails are not filthy before you go there and stick your finger in places that's going to cause problem for your wife, because these are some of the things that are causing these bacterial in the vagina. I'm keeping it real. Brothers need to know this. And sometimes you might tell the brother, and maybe he might feel some type of way, but the woman is usually the one who end up with these type of problem. You know what I mean? Because she gets an infection in her vagina because there's dirty things going up there. And it's the same thing. Like if if for those of you who engage in fellatio, okay? If you're, the type of people that engage in fellatio, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what fellatio is, it's oral sex, right? If you're the type of couple who engage in oral sex, make sure the brother or the sister's mouth is clean. Cleanse your mouth. Go brush your teeth, clean it out. You don't want to have food, you just ate, you have food particles up there, you just drank some sodas or whatever the case is, and and now you doing your thing, but all of that food particles and all of that stuff is going, going, and next thing you know, she has some bacteria up there, because once you introduce foreign object and anything, up there, you know what I mean? Any type of food particles, once you introduce those things up in the vagina, it goes in there and it turns into a bacteria, and now you have bacteria growing in the vagina. You know what I mean? So hygiene, good hygiene is important, guys. All right. I know the conversation is a little uncomfortable, even for myself, but we have to talk about it. I've had one sister who's constantly asking me. The last message she said, "I'm sorry, sis. I didn't mean to. I was not ignoring you, Sister Zane. I wasn't ignoring you. I meant to respond to you. She'd been asking me to have a discussion about sex. I'm not an expert on the topic, but so this is just a little bit of information for you guys. We have to practice good hygiene, guys. Okay, we have to practice good hygiene. Sisters, if you're giving your husband fellatio, make sure your mouth is clean. Okay. A lot of us are not really thinking about stuff like that, because once you are getting into the sexual intercourse and if stuff are left on the penis, and then now you have stuff inside of you that's not supposed to be there. You know what I mean? And now it begins to cause an overgrowth of bacteria in the vagina, and now you have bacterial vaginosis. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things that cause these things. Brother, hostile. You're killing me, brother. You're killing me, man. Listen, these are conversations that a lot of our parents didn't talk to us about because they're too shy. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Esau is not ashamed to talk to their kids about these things, because these are reality. This is reality. These are things that are happening to people. Okay? Being shy about stuff like this is not gonna help, man. Because when people need help, they don't know where to go because they feel ashamed. They feel embarrassed, and they are afraid to ask questions because we just laugh and we think it's a joke, but it's not. Our people are suffering from all type. There's some stuff that Black folks are suffering from that I've never even heard of. I'm like, wait, what? What? You know what I mean? Like, I just heard about this trichomoniasis a few years ago. I'm like, wait a minute, what? But anyway, but it's real. It's real. So just a little bit of information for you guys. Just practice good hygiene. A lot of these things could be prevented if a lot of our people would practice better hygiene before you do certain things. Just make sure your hands are clean the hands. Okay, keep antibacterial soap in the bathroom. Wash your hand before you, brothers, I'm talking to you husbands. Okay, make sure that the wife don't get sick down there. You have to make sure that your hands and things are clean, because you might be getting your wife sick down there. All right, that's very important for the brothers. Okay, just have an understanding. All right. And the same thing for the sisters. Keep yourself clean, man. Practice good hygiene. Okay? Be clean. All right? The scripture says cleanliness is next to godliness. You got to keep our bodies clean as well, man. Okay? All right. Okay. The parasite cleanse. I almost forgot about that. So on the 6th of next month, we are beginning the parasite cleanse. Okay. And people do the parasite cleanse for different reasons. Some people do it because they want to lose weight. Some people do it because they want to eliminate certain illness that's affecting them. So I do it because it's what I do. Okay. I don't have any medical problems that I'm trying to get rid of, but I do these cleanse because they're very important to prevent sickness. Okay. They are preventative measures. Okay. The more often you do healthy things, the less likely it is for you to come down with some type of foolishness that you don't want to be running back and forth to the hospital and the doctors with. Okay. So that's why I do these things. I practice, good health every day, not sometimes. Okay. Every day. This is my lifestyle. It's what I do all day, every day. All right. So, make good health a part of your lifestyle, man. Get up and do it every day. So let me share my screen with you guys and show you again, for those of you who are new to the parasite cleanse. I'm not going to stay on here for too long. Can you all hit the like button? Come on now, y'all are in here. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, man. And share the video. You never know who might need a little bit of this information. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and show you guys where you can go to do this parasite cleanse very quickly. Okay, so here it is, the parasite cleanse. All right, for those of you who are suffering from dandruff, athlete foot, yeast infection, candida, all of that stuff, the parasite cleanse will get rid of it. I'm not going to tell you that this cleanse is a walk in the park, because it's not. Okay, I'm keeping it real with y'all. It's not a walk in the park. Okay, but it works. All right, parasite candida cleanse. Here it is. So you go to this website called Grassroot Botanicals, and this is the full instruction from day one all the way to the very end. Okay, there you go. The full instruction is right here. And I know I'm going to get somebody in my inbox asking me where to go to do the cleanse. I know somebody's going to watch this video and come back and ask me, where do I go, sis? Where is it? Lord. That's it right there. That's it right there. Okay. So we begin on the 15th. I'm sorry, not on the 15th, on the 6th of next month. That's when we begin. So I just wanted to answer the questions that a few people had about a yeast infection, athlete foot, and so on and so forth. So I hope I was able to answer the question. Okay, I hope I was able to do so. All right, that's how you get rid of it. All right, that protocol is, as I mentioned, not easy. You are going to be eliminating meat from the diet during that protocol. You're going to be eliminating fruits. No fruits, because fruits has lots of sugar, as I mentioned, and sugar feed yeast. Okay, so parasites thrive in a toxic environment. Let me say that again. Parasites thrive in a toxic environment, just like cancer. If you are suffering from cancer, cancer thrive in a toxic environment. Cancer, parasite, they can never thrive in an environment that is healthy, that is alkaline, and is free of toxicity. They can never thrive in it. If you're suffering from cancer, it's because your system is toxic. Okay? If you have a lot of parasite in the system, it's because you have, your system is toxic. By the way, if you are going to do the parasite cleanse, you're going to need this right here. It's called probiotic. Okay? You're going to need some probiotic. All right? This is what I'm taking. This is for the woman. Okay? This is for the sisters. You don't have to take this particular brand, okay? But this is just the brand that I take, all right? It's raw probiotic for women. And this one here has 85 billion live cultures in it. I keep this in my refrigerator. I bought it from the vitamin shop in the refrigerator. A lot of people make their own probiotic. I don't. The last time I tried to do that, it didn't come out right, and I ended up, so I just go out and I buy mine. Okay, I don't have time to experiment right now. So yeah. So brothers and sisters, both man and woman, if you are going to do the parasite cleanse, you are going to need some probiotics, because the parasite formula, right? When you are cleansing the system, what's happening? The body is getting rid of bad bacteria, and it's also getting rid of the good bacteria when you're cleansing as well. So you need to put back the good bacteria in the system. Okay, these are the good bacterias. So very important for when you're cleansing, you need to be taking probiotic, because the body is getting rid of both good and bad bacteria, and you need to be putting back the good bacteria in the system. Brother else, well, I don't know if you're a brother or sister. Let me put my my email in the what's my email again? I forgot. Hold on. You know what? Let me put my my number in the chat there. You guys can't call me right now, okay? You cannot call me right now because I'm in the middle of a live. So, but I'm gonna put the number. I'm gonna put my number in the chat. If you call right now, I'm not gonna pick up. Okay, I'm not gonna pick up because I'm in the middle of a live. So here's my number. Hold on, I'm typing it in. There we go. That's it. That's my number there. All right. That's my number there. Just don't call me right now because I'm on the live. Looking for the number for the website for the cleanse. Okay. Yep, that's the cleanse there. There's also other cleanse on there. There is the, you guys don't necessarily have to do the parasite cleanse if you don't want to. A lot of people said they want to do it. They want to join me. The reason I do it, yes, no sugar. The reason I do these cleanse with you guys is because, I'm trying to encourage, it's encouragement. I'm trying to encourage you guys to do these things. I could be doing other things, but I'm doing it right along with you guys to encourage you to do it because they're very important. If you're just following me, I've been doing cleanse since I was 5 years old. Okay. My grandmother, most I bless her soul, rest her soul, but she's been giving us cleanse since we were 5 years old. Okay, and we're still here. We didn't die. Yeah, since we were 5 years old, we've been doing these cleanse, and they're very beneficial to us. Very beneficial. And I know that for a fact. You know, so once again, let me share the screen for those of you who's just coming in. This is where the parasite cleanse is, if you plan on doing the parasite cleanse. All right, it begins on the 6th of March. Here it is. Now, your children might not be able to do this cleanse. I know somebody might ask, can my children do this? I don't think your children can do this. You could try, but this is a very difficult cleanse. And even the adults, grassrootbotanicals.com. This is the name of the website. You know what? Let me see. I'm going to try and see if I can copy and paste the link in the website. I mean, in the chat there. Give me 1 second. This is the link. I don't know if that's going to work. Hold on. There you go. All right. So I just copied and pasted the link in the chat. Somebody named Nasik, if I got that right, Nasik. Okay. See, y'all are just trying to cut corners. Listen, man, sugar is sugar. It doesn't matter what type of sugar you're putting in the body. The body identify it as sugar. Honey is sugar. Okay. When I say no sugar during a parasite cleanse, it's no sugar, period. It doesn't matter what form it comes in. Honey is very sweet. And if you're having honey during a parasite cleanse, you're just feeding the bacteria. It doesn't matter what type of, how it's natural sugar or this, that, and the third. Sugar is sugar. And if you are doing a parasite cleanse and you're feeding your body with any type of natural sugar, it's still sugar, period. You shouldn't be having any honey, any natural type of sugar. It doesn't matter how natural it is. You should not. Fruits are natural. Fruits are very natural, but you shouldn't be having fruits during a parasite cleanse, okay? Yes, during the cleanse. That's, I don't know. I don't think my brother Hostel was paying attention. You wasn't paying attention, my brother. We're talking about the cleanse here, man. We're talking about if you're trying to get rid of yeast infection, dandruff, athlete foot, urinary tract infection, you should not be having any form of sugar while you are trying to eliminate those things from the body. Okay, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Because those things feed the yeast and allow it to grow. Okay, so you can't have any sugar while you're doing a parasite cleanse. You just can't, and that's why this cleanse is so difficult for a lot of people, because while you're doing this cleanse, the body is pretty much going through withdrawal from sugar. Okay, that's why a lot of people feel like crackheads. A lot of people feel like crackheads when they're doing this parasite cleanse. It's like you're going through the withdrawal. You literally feel like you're a crackhead. I used to work at the hospital. They had a one of those things where the methadone clinics. Yes, I've seen the patients. I've seen how they are when they go to those clinics. All right. You will feel like you're a crack. You're trying to get off of crack when you're doing this cleanse. All right. There's not really a lot that you can eat on this cleanse. When there are some things you will be eating, but not the stuff that you like. There will be no meat at all. There will be absolutely no processed food at all. At all. No cookies, no candies, no nothing at all. Everything that you will be ingesting during this cleanse is going to come from a plant. A plant. Okay? That's it. For 14 days, that's what it's going to be. If you're trying to get rid of yeast infection and athlete foot and so on and so forth, you're going to have to sacrifice and do it. All right. So I hope I was able to answer the question today. I don't know if the sisters are watching. This live is inspired by the sisters who have questions, and a couple of brothers as well who had questions about athlete foot. This cleanse work for people who, and let me say this, right? Let me say this. A lot of brothers don't know, but brothers suffer from urinary tract infection as well. Brothers do get urinary tract infection. I have treated a couple of brothers that suffered from urinary tract infection. I have talked to brothers who had questions about urinary tract infection. A urinary tract infection is an infection in the urinary tract, okay? And brothers get them. But believe it or not, brothers get them. I had an elder who was suffering from it because he also had prostate cancer. And not only was he dealing with his prostate cancer, but he was also dealing with a urinary tract infection. And this poor man, he was an elder, uh, was on medication for a urinary tract infection for a long time, for months, and it wasn't doing anything. He still had. How can you have a urinary tract infection for months, taking pills, and it's not helping you? It took this man 14 days with this cleanse, on this cleanse, to get rid of his urinary tract infection. He told me after the fourth day, he started feeling better already. He started feeling better after the fourth day when he started this cleanse. Okay. So, yes, brothers, if you are suffering from a urinary tract infection, you can do this cleanse and it will get rid of it. Okay. But you have to be consistent. You can't be all over the place. And that goes for everybody who decide to do this cleanse. Whether you're suffering from a yeast infection, athlete foot, or whatever it is, you know, you have to be consistent with it. All right. You can't flip flop and today you do it and then tomorrow you have a little piece of pizza or whatever. You got to be consistent. And then you can't come back to me and say, oh, it didn't work because you half-ass the damn cleanse. Okay, you got to be consistent and stick with it. All right. Can brothers still take testosterone herbs? Well, of course, absolutely, absolutely, you can. You can. Um, oh boy, y'all brothers are having your own conversation in the chat there. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. What are y'all talking about? Okay, let me leave y'all alone. Anyway, if y'all don't have any questions, y'all are having some conversation about honey and whether it's healthy and not healthy. Listen, okay, y'all enjoy your conversation. All right, so yep, I think that's it. If y'all don't have any questions for me, I'm gonna end the live here. Hopefully I was able to give you a little bit of information and answer some. What's the cleanse, Sister Nika King? Sister Nika King, you just got in the room. Hopefully, if you can, when I'm done with the live, please go back and watch because I showed it about 3 times. The cleanse is a parasite cleanse, and if you go back and watch it after I end this live, I showed where you can go for the complete instruction to this cleanse. All right. LC Franklin, I take my probiotics almost every day, whether I'm doing a cleanse or not. Probiotics are very good for they maintain good gut health. Okay, so I take probiotics almost every day. When I remember, sometimes I'm rushing out the house, I don't remember to take them, but I take them. But if you are on a protocol, you should be taking them during your protocol. So if you go to the cleanse that I just showed you there, the parasite cleanse, you'll see the full instruction is going to tell you this should be taken every day while you are on the cleanse, But you could take them even when you're not on a cleanse. This is very good to maintain good gut health, okay? So these things should be taken on a regular basis. Myra Haro, I hope I'm saying that right. Can I do the cleanse if I have hypo? Absolute. Oh, you take medication. You have hypothyroidism. This is one of the best cleanse to take if you're suffering from hypothyroidism. But when it comes to medication, I don't like to tell people to go on these type of cleanse if they're taking their medication. So, and I don't want to be the one to tell you to get off of your medication, right? But if you're suffering from, overactive thyroid problem, this would be a perfect cleanse for you, honey, to clean up the system. And there are some herbs as well that you can take for overactive thyroid. Let me show you here. Now, I would have to talk to you behind the scene because I don't know what type of medication you're on. So I would have to talk to you behind the scenes. I don't want to, certain medication, you can't just jump off of it right away. You know what I mean? So I would have to speak to you behind the scene to figure out what type of medication you're on. Also, let me share my screen again and show you. There is a herbal formula that you can take while you, give me 1 second here. Not telling you to go buy anything right now because it's a Sabbath. Okay, we're not selling anything. I'm just showing you. You asked for my help and I'm trying to help you. Here's a formula for overactive thyroid. Okay, here it is right here. So after the Sabbath, you can go and check it out. It has some herbs in there that works to get rid of your overactive thyroid. My nephew's mother-in-law, okay, his wife, mom, she had overactive thyroid. What year are we in? We're in 2020. I think in 2018, she came to me with an overactive thyroid issue, and she no longer has it, okay? So I instructed her on what to do. The first thing I told her to do was a cleanse. Okay, she has to do a cleanse, and so do you, my sister. You have to do a cleanse. She wasn't really on a lot of medication. I think she was only on one medication, but she did have, she was suffering from it. And long story short, she's no longer suffering from it. But the most important thing that she did do was to clean up her diet. Okay. Yep. Had to clean up the diet. All right. So that's very important that you clean up your diet. Yeah. I don't know what type of medication you're on, you know. Shalom, Sister Kelly. How you doing, girl? Shalom. All right. If you guys don't have any more questions, yikes. Also, if you are suffering from overactive thyroid, you also need some iron, and you need some B vitamins. You need B vitamins, okay? You need lots of B vitamin B12. If you can get the B complex, if you can get the B complex in liquid form, you know what? I have mine downstairs in the fridge, okay? I don't have it with me, but if you can get the B complex in liquid, okay, that's very important. If you're suffering from overactive thyroid, you need to get yourself some iron. If you can get the iron in liquid form, okay. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see where you can go to get the B complex in liquid. I don't remember where I got it. I don't remember where I got it, but you need calcium, natural calcium. Let me just say this, right? Now, some of you might not like sea moss. I don't know if you do or don't, but sea moss has lots of natural calcium in it. As a matter of fact, a study has been proven that sea moss has 1 cup of sea moss has twice the amount of calcium as than 2 cups of cow's milk. Okay, sea moss has lots of calcium, so you need calcium, and you need some B complex. B complex. That's all the B vitamins. You need a lot of B vitamins, okay? Because you need to get the thyroid back together. All right, and You need to eat a lot of green leafy vegetable. Get off the processed food, honey. Get off of the junk food, okay? The food you are eating is disrupting your thyroid glands, okay? Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just reading some of your comments here. The food you're eating is disrupting the thyroid gland. So you're going to have to address your diet, okay? So the first step to fixing your thyroid is to cleanse the system, to get rid of all of the excessive waste that's already in the system, right? And then you need to begin a protocol. There's herbs like lemon balm, motherworth, bogleweed, stuff like that you can take to bring the glands back into balance. How long will the sea moss last? And calcium. You need lots of calcium, and you need lots of B vitamin as well. And you need to clean up your diet and ingest a lot of green leafy vegetable and a lot of plant foods. Okay, get rid of the processed food and the junk food and the fast food, and you will fix your overactive thyroid. It's that simple. It really is simple. It was very simple for my nephew's mother-in-law. She did it, and she got better. Okay, how long will sea moss last in the fridge? Okay, well, if you're buying the raw sea moss, you don't have to make the whole thing. Okay, you can take a little bit, make it, store a little bit in the fridge. It might last about 10 days in the fridge or so, 10 or 12, about 2 weeks in the fridge. You don't have to make all of it and store it in the fridge. All right. But if you're making your moss, it'll last up to 2 weeks in the fridge. All right. The raw moss you can leave outside. Don't put it in the fridge. I am 47. I no longer have my period. So should I? Of course. Whether you're having a period or no period, you still should be taking. You still need, your body still need nutrients, whether you're having your period or not. You see, the body still need nutrients, man. I have sea moss, just don't know how to use it. I eat healthy most of the time. How do you mean you don't know how to use your sea moss? With the amount of information I have on this channel here about sea moss, you still don't know how to. You must be new to this channel. I hope I'm saying your name right. Onak. How you not know how to use sea moss and you on this channel? With all the information I have on this channel about sea moss, brother or sister, I don't know who you are. Really? You need to go down, scroll down my channel and check out all of the video I have on sea moss, man. I just did a video a couple weeks ago on how to use sea moss. Come on now. Brother LC Franklin, sea moss can last for years outside of the fridge. Natural sea salt. Oh, I see you're new. You're new. All right. Well, welcome to Sisters of the Maccabees. All right. Your natural salt on your sea moss, brother LC Franklin, or sister, I don't know if you're a brother or sister. The natural salt on your sea moss is what is preserving your sea moss. So your sea moss, as long as it's kept outside of the fridge in a warm, dry place, it can last for years outside of the fridge. Okay. Hope that answered the questions there. All right. Let me just say this, man. Listen. Repairing the body of illness is really not difficult. It really isn't, right? It really is as simple as making certain things a part of your lifestyle. Just like how you wake up and go to work because you have to, because you need to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? You need to buy stuff for the kids. Taking care of your health, getting over certain, listen, the body repair itself naturally. It doesn't need a whole bunch of, the body will repair itself naturally, right? So a simple thing as doing cleanse on a regular basis, cleansing the system, regular, maybe every 3 to 4 months, cleansing the body, right? Ingesting herbs. This is my breakfast this morning, right? All herbs. This is also my breakfast this morning, right? I have some, what do I have in here? Some echinacea, some golden seal, all right? And a couple of other herbs here. When I wake up in the morning, this is what I do, right? Take care of the respiratory system, right? Take care of the bloodstream, right? It's as simple as practicing good health, cleansing the system every now and then, taking herbs on a regular basis. Get rid of your obsession with junk food and start eating healthier food. It's that simple, man. It really is that simple. You guys got to get rid of the obsession that we have with fast food and processed food, because we do have natural foods that are available to us, but we got to get rid of the obsession that we have with junk food and fast food. Start eating natural food, man. That's it. I do it. It's not hard to do. And I'm not rich. I'm not rich, but I do it every. I hear a lot of people with the excuse, "Oh, they're too expensive." No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's not expensive to eat some plant foods. It really isn't. Okay. So anyway, that's it. I've been keeping it in the fridge for a month. Oh boy. Well, I don't know, brother. You want to do the cleanse, but not sure which one to do. Well, why don't you follow us and join us and do this parasite cleanse, man. All right. Join us and do this parasite cleanse. At least you'll have some support. You have a support system here. Okay. We'll all be doing it together. You have chronic dandruff and want to do the parasite cleanse, but you also have fibroids and mucus and wants to do the mucus. The parasite cleanse. You should do the parasite cleanse. Okay. You should do the parasite cleanse. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. Wait. Oh, you have fibroids. You're a woman. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. All right. Start with the parasite cleanse, my sister. It's very powerful. Very powerful. Yolanda Smith asked, what were my results from the cleanse? Well, I did lose a lot of weight. I did lose a lot of weight. Years ago, I did something very similar to the parasite cleanse. Years ago, when I was lost, I wasn't woke then, right? I had a urinary tract infection, which is a parasite, and I did something very similar to the parasite cleanse, and I got rid of it in 7 days. I certainly did. So different people get different results from this cleanse depending on what's going on with them. If you're suffering from type 2 diabetes, this will clear it up. This will clear it up, as long as you don't go back to your normal dysfunctional lifestyle after the cleanse. If you continue to maintain a healthy lifestyle after you do the cleanse, then you will just continue on the journey. You know what I mean? If you have dandruff, like I said, I don't have dandruff. I don't have athlete foot. But my brother did have athlete foot and he got rid of it. Other than the weight loss, I don't really have a medical problem. So, I just do it just to do it because I'm not trying to get any medical problems. So I do these things to prevent. See, I teach prevention. That's what I do. I teach prevention. Okay. And what I do is preventative. I teach people to take preventative measures. And these things that I do is prevention. It's the prevention of illness is what it is. You cleanse the system. You ingest herb on a regular basis. You eat healthier to prevent illness. Or even if you do get sick, it will lessen the impact of an illness. For example, if I get a respiratory infection, which I do, not very often, but I did months ago, I got a respiratory infection. And I got rid of it in 48 hours. It was gone because my immune system is not as weak as a lot of people. So if I do get a little respiratory problem, I got rid of it quickly, you see, because I'm constantly doing what I do. A lot of people get a respiratory infection and they're suffering from it for 2 weeks and they still have it and it's not going anywhere. See, because your immune system is weak, you have a lot of mucus in the system, you're still continuing to eat garbage, mucus forming food that's not allowing you to get better. So, your immune system is weak. So you got to practice good health, man, so that when you do get sick, your body is able to get rid of it quickly, you know. Will it help high blood pressure? It will. I don't know what's causing your blood pressure, though. You see, if your blood pressure is a result of stress, lack of sleep, those things can bring up your blood pressure. You see, so high blood pressure is caused by different things. You understand? So depression, stress, lack of sleep. You know what I mean? Those things. That's stuff that you're gonna have to fix on your own. You see what I'm saying? So now, if your high blood pressure is caused by your diet, now this will help. This will fix it because you're going to be cleaning up the system from the inside. But you have to figure out what's causing your high blood pressure. I don't know what's causing it. You're going to have to figure that out. Are you stressed out? Have you been sleeping? You know what I mean? If you have, I don't know. So depending on what's causing your blood pressure to go up, all right, you're going to have to figure that one out. But if it is a result of your diet, then yes, this will get rid of it. This will get rid of it. Man, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Racism. Oh, right. Racism. You're damn right. Racism can cause your blood pressure to go up. There you go. I did make a video like that. It's on my channel. It's on my channel. Would you ever make what I eat in a day video? If you go down my channel, you'll see that. I eat once a day. I know I've said that quite a few times. A lot of people think I'm crazy. I eat once a day. I eat a meal once a day. Let me say that. When I wake up in the morning, I drink, right? For example, this is my breakfast. And every morning I wake up, I'm drinking something, right? I have some sorrel in here. I have some orange peel in here. I have some ginger in here. I have some pimento seeds in here. I have some golden seal herbs in here. I have quite a few different herbs in here. So this is breakfast for me. Okay, so when I wake up in the morning, I drink. I don't eat. I drink. And I have my meal around 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's it. So throughout the day, I'm usually drinking. Or I might have some fruits. All right. But that's it. Okay. And then I might take, some probiotics. I take some of my tinctures. I do make homemade tinctures. Some of you guys bought some of my tinctures. But I make homemade tinctures. These are, if you guys don't know what tinctures are, they are herbs in the form of liquid, okay? And they are made with alcohol, all right? So that the alcohol pulls the medicinal property out of the herb. Tinctures are very strong and they're very potent, okay? All right, and they're very expensive too. So these are herbal tinctures, all right? There you go. You guys can see it right there. Whoops. All right. There you go. So I make this a lot. I keep them in my house. My husband and I take them on a regular basis. Regular basis. I wake up in the morning and I take some of these things here. I have quite a lot of them all over the place in the house. I take a lot of them. And so does my husband as well, because they're very, very important. Some of you guys may have remember when I told you I had a little respiratory issue a couple of months ago when I had some mold in this house, and It was this tincture right here that got rid of that little attack that I had there a couple months ago. Okay, didn't even have to go to the emergency room. I had an asthma attack in this house from spraying some chemicals in here. For those of you who remember when I talk about that. So I'm encouraging you, sisters, keep tinctures in your house because they work. When your babies are sick, they need stuff like this. You can't say that you're in the truth, right? And y'all don't believe in the herb because if you're in the truth, if you are in the truth, then you should understand when the scripture says the herbs are given to us from meat. It says that. So I'm encouraging my sisters, all the sisters that are watching, if you can't make the tinctures, I sell them. I don't have them on my website because, like I said, they're made with alcohol. If you go to the vitamin shop and you buying tinctures from there, they're made with alcohol, okay? So it doesn't matter who's making them, they're made with alcohol, just so you know. All right, that's how tinctures are made. All right, so where can I get them from? Sis, all right, let me just answer the question one by one. Is a tincture bitter? Yes, they are. They're herbs, and herbs are bitter. Majority of herbs are bitter, okay? So yes, they're bitter. Some of you guys are gonna have to get used to bitter because most of us is so used to sweet. That's all we're used to. We're not used to eating bitter stuff. The bitter things are good for us. That's what is going to make you better from your illness. So yes, the tinctures are bitter. Get used to it, all right? Do I have a website? Yes, I do have a website, but unfortunately, I don't have my tinctures on the website because they're made with alcohol and there are regulations for that, okay? So I do sell them, I do have them, but I just don't have them on the website. Of course. Oh, okay, brother. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Hey, brother, how you doing? I thought it was you. Okay. What else? What else? I lost my train of thought. Anybody have any questions before I go? I keep saying I'm gonna go. Is it the same as bitters? It's all the same. Herbs are herbs, and most herbs are bitter. You know, if you're having peppermint or lemongrass, then no, those are not really bitter herbs. But herbs like wormwood, golden seal, pariaco, you know, a lot of those herbs are very bitter, and those are very good herb, yellow dock root, and so on and so forth. You know, they're very good, and they're very good to detox the system. But yeah, they're going to be bitter, and there's nothing wrong with that because cancer thrive in an environment that is filled with sugar, right? Follow me now, people. Cancer thrive in an environment that is filled with sugar. If you begin to feed the body with bitter, cancer cannot thrive in that environment because cancer is bitter. You see, what the bitter herbs does is go in there and it slowly detox the system. Slowly detox the system. So cancer cannot thrive in that type of environment. Cancer, parasites, they love sugar. And that's why I'm encouraging my people to start ingesting bitter. Your sickness cannot thrive in an environment if you begin to ingest stuff like this. What? Didn't Dr. Sebi talk to y'all about these things? A lot of you guys are, you know, Dr. Sebi fan, right? Didn't he talk to you? For those of you who follow people like Master Herbalist Patrick Dell, these people have been talking to you guys about this for forever, right? They're right. If you don't get rid of the sugar, the sweet, if you have an illness in the system, whether it's diabetes or anything else, and you continue to feed the system with sugar, Bread is sugar. Bread is converted into sugar when it goes into the body. Cookies and pasta and this and that. Flour, anything that's made from flour is converted into sugar when it goes in the body. If you are continuing to eat those things, if you are trying to get rid of an illness, you'll never get rid of the illness, man. You got to get rid of the sugar and start ingesting bitter herbs, man. Those things slowly detox the system and get rid of your illness. Yes, those are some good herbs there, my brother Nasi. Yep, there you go. Black walnut hull. Man, that black walnut hull. By the way, the black walnut, the wormwood, the pariaco, those are some of the herbs inside of this. Okay? Your parasite candida cleanse. Those herbs are also in here, okay? For those of you who are doing that parasite cleanse, yes, my brother Nasik, you're absolutely correct. Those herbs are right in here, okay? And they're bitter. Let me tell y'all, they are bitter, okay? There you go. Yes, my brother. Okay. Yeah. Herb for gastritis. What do you mean if the cleanse is safe for this condition? Let me tell y'all something about cleanse. Cleanse is supposed to get rid of illness. That's the purpose of a cleanse. You're asking if the cleanse is safe to get rid of an illness? The purpose of cleansing is to cleanse the body of an illness and get rid of the illness. Of course, it's what is gas? Let me ask you a question. What is gastritis? Let me ask you, brother Elsie Franklin. Gastritis is inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract, right? What you're having is a digestive problem because of your diet and the way that you're eating. That's the problem. You need to clean up your gut, man. Clean up your digestive organs. Get rid of the garbage that you're eating and do this cleanse. Of course, it's going to get rid of your gastritis. Gastritis, anything that ends in itis. Itis is inflammation. Okay? According to the medical journal, right? Itis, I-T-I-S, is inflammation in the medical world. That's what itis mean, right? Just like arthritis. Arthritis is inflammation of the joints, right? Okay. Colitis. Colitis is inflammation of the colon, right? And so on and so forth. So if you have gastritis, that is a digestive problem because your diet suck, okay? And a cleanse, when you do a cleanse, you are beginning to clean up the gut because that's where every illness begins. Every illness begins in the gut, okay? So you have to clean up the gut to get rid of your digestive problem, which is gastritis. So you can choose to do this cleanse or not, okay? Your choice. But this cleanse will definitely get rid of your gastritis. Gastritis is nothing to get rid of. It's not some disease. It's not a disease. It's a little digestive problem that you're suffering from. And I tell you what, if you don't get rid of that gastritis, it will turn into cancer one day. Okay, if you ignore it, it's going to get worse and it'll turn into cancer because digestive problems turns into cancer if you don't fix it. Okay. Black walnut hull is a bitter herb. Black walnut tree is pretty much everywhere. You're right, Sister Kelly. The black walnut tree is pretty much everywhere, and it's the hull of the tree that is used to eliminate parasite from the system, which is why it is used in the parasite cleanse formula. Okay, black walnut hull is an anti-parasitic herb. Okay, it's used as a herb in a formula, all right, to eliminate parasite from the system along with wormwood. And it's called wormwood for a reason because it helps to eliminate worm from the system. Okay, so you combine a lot of these herbs together that are anti-parasitic. Okay, and they help to eliminate yeast, suffering from yeast infection, dandruff, and all these other stuff. They help to eliminate these things from the system. Yes. Yeah. All right. Will the herbs cause any burning? I don't know what you were asking, brother. Will the herbs cause any burning? Yeah, yes, the herb is the ingredients are on the pack. It's right here. The ingredients are right there. Uh Single Bible is not a cleanse. Single Bible is just a herb. It's not a cleanse. It's good to ingest, but it's not a cleanse. I'm sorry, I gotta go back to this brother asking if the if the herb is gonna cause any burning. What, brother? The, what do you mean? Can you? What do you mean if it's gonna cause any burning? No, the herbs don't burn. What do you mean? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just reading the. Did y'all hit the like button? I'm just reading your your comments here. No, the herbs does not cause burning, my brother. No, it doesn't. Or sister. I don't know if you're a brother or sister. Are some herbs better as tea or tinctures? Some of them are better as tinctures. You know, herbs are stronger when they are taken in tincture form. Okay, they're stronger when they're taken in tincture form. All right. Let me just say that they are stronger when they're taking in tincture form. That's why I make tinctures out of my herb. I do drink them as tea as well because I love drinking tea. You know, I like to drink tea. Internal burning or irritation. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of herb causing internal burning or irritation. Never heard of it. Not on my end. Just taking some herbs, brother. No, I've never heard of that. One sister, you know, let me just say this, right? If you're taking herbs for the first time, okay? If you're taking herbs for the first time and you experience going to the bathroom, it's nothing to be frightened about. If you've never taken herbs in your life and you take it for the first time and you're running to the bathroom because you're getting the runs, okay, it simply means that the herbs are doing their job by detoxing and cleansing the system, okay? It's nothing to call me up and freak out about, all right? If you're taking the herbs and you begin to see discharge coming out of the vagina, ladies, right? You see discharge coming out of the vagina. It means that your body is cleansing itself. All right. It's nothing to call me and freak out about. You're not dying. All right. The purpose of taking herbs is it's detoxing the body. And when you are detoxing, the body is going to release waste. It's going to release the waste. And sometimes it's going to release it from different areas of the body, right? So if you see, you know, discharge coming out of the vagina, you know, if you're running to the bathroom, you're getting the little runs, right? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You're not dying. Don't freak out. It simply means that the herbs are working to detox the system and the body is eliminating the waste. That's all it is. All right? That's it. Herbs and mineral. Okay. All right. If you don't have any more questions, no more questions, I will end the live. Let me say this: if herbs like milk thistle should not be boiled. Okay, if you're taking milk thistle, milk thistle is very good for the liver. Make sure you're getting your milk thistle in tincture form. Okay, make sure you're getting your milk thistle in the form of tincture. It's a water soluble herb. Okay, so you don't want to make a tea out of it. You want to take it in the form of tinctures. All right, milk thistle. Just remember that. All right. So when you go to the store to get your little tinctures, or I was planning on making some tinctures out of milk thistle. I don't have any more. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, guys. Listen, I will talk to you guys later. Okay. You guys don't have any more questions. So thank you guys for tuning in. It was nice having this very uncomfortable conversation. The brother hostile, he was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. We gotta have these conversations, man. Who else is having these conversations? Seriously, nobody else is. And these are real issues that our people are suffering from. Somebody has to talk about these things. And this, I'm in the service of fixing, fixing your health. I have to talk about the uncomfortable things sometimes. It's very necessary. Okay, when you sisters go to your doctors to get your female part get checked out by your gynecologist, right? And when you brothers go to get your colon checked, some of you guys are not even getting your colon checked. Your prostate is what I meant to say. Very uncomfortable, right? And some of you guys are going in front of strangers who happens to be Esau, or what I mean, some other nation, right? And you have to take your clothes off. You have to open yourself up to these people. You don't know who they are. I mean, come on, man. We have to have these. You see, a lot of the times you guys are sick because you are lacking in the knowledge that is going to prevent you from being sick. The more knowledge you have about your body and illnesses, the less likely it is for you to get a lot of these illnesses, man. So we have to have these conversations. We have to. We have to maintain proper hygiene, sisters and brothers, both of us. Not just the sisters, the brothers too. We have to maintain proper hygiene, man, and we have to have these conversations. As uncomfortable as they are, we have to have these conversations. They're very important, and it's also very important if you have children that you're raising, because you have to maintain proper hygiene with the kids as well. You have to pass these things on to your children. It's very important. How are you raising your children? The Most High says, train up a child in the way that they should go. And when they're old, they should not depart from it. How do you think I know what I know? And I don't know, I barely know anything, right? But my grandmother, the elders in my family, they trained me up. And here I am, because the education that they pass on to me have not departed from me. I still maintain that knowledge to this day. You see, that's why you need to be teaching your children these things. It's very important. All this being shy and being embarrassed and all this nonsense, get rid of it, man. Get rid of it. My grandmother listen, Most High rest her soul. That was one of the best person I had in my life. Whew. I hate talking about my grandmother because she's no longer with us. And I do miss her. But she really impart a lot of knowledge onto us. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys about your health. I wouldn't be, So she was like the backbone of my family. You know what I mean? Most I rest her soul, But yeah. So get rid of that pride. Throw it out the window. We have to have these conversations. Myra Hiro, take some CMOS, man. Get rid of the iodine supplement. CMOS is filled with iodine. Sea moss is filled with iodine. As a matter of fact, it's one of the best things for the thyroid gland. Okay, get rid of this, the iodine supplement and get on some sea moss, man. Okay, sea moss, raw, wild crafted sea moss, not the one that they have in a pool somewhere from the Chinese people. Okay, not that one. I'm talking about the real sea moss that comes out of the ocean, that has a real sea salt on it. That's what you need. You don't need no supplements. That's the only supplement you need. All right. Yeah. So we got to have this conversation. We got to have these type of conversation, and you sisters need to impart these knowledge onto your children, no matter how young they are. You got to talk to them. You got to have conversation with them. Okay. There you go. And one more thing before I go. You know, you have a husband and a wife and some children in the family. All right. Everybody should be doing a cleanse in the family to clean up the system, not just the husband, not just the wife. Okay, if one person in the family, when I was growing up and we were doing cleanse, the entire family did the cleanse. The whole family did it. That's how you're gonna clean up the health of everyone in your family. Y'all doing it together. Okay. Now, if you have one bathroom in the house, I suggest you don't do it in one day, because y'all are going to need access to that bathroom. Okay. You're going to go to the bathroom. So if you decide to do a cleanse with the entire family, I suggest maybe the wife do it first and the husband do it tomorrow and the kid do it the next day, but try not to do it all together in one day if you only have one bathroom in the house, because that's going to be a lot of problems. Hello. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys later, man. We've been on here for almost 2 hours now, okay? So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys, all right? Love you guys. Do this parasite cleanse if you're suffering from yeast infection and all of that stuff. Then pills and creams are not going to help you. It's not going to help you, okay? It might help you temporarily, but it'll come back. And brothers, wash your hands, brush your teeth, use antibacterial soap, lots of water before you start getting busy in the bedroom, okay? Because you've been making your woman sick down there with those bacterial vaginosis stuff, okay? You wanna make sure that your wife, the JJ, is clean at all times and not getting bacteria down there, man. And sometimes the men are the ones that are contributing these things without knowing it, not on purpose, but if your hands are not clean and you're getting busy with the foreplay and all this stuff, man, you know what I mean, you're unknowingly spreading bacteria to your woman's private area without knowing it, you know what I mean? So just throw out the pride out the window. Make sure that the hands are clean, the fingernails are clean, your mouth is clean before you get busy in the bedroom, okay? Seriously, we got to have this conversation. All right? Love you guys. I will talk to you guys later, all right? See you guys later. Shalom, everybody. Have a happy Shabbat, okay? See you guys later. Bye-bye.